And then Ernie, how do I spell your wife's first name?
Tanya.
And then same last name?
Yes.
And then what is her date of birth?
February 13th, 92.
Alright, and then your oldest son's first name?
Benjamin?
Same last name?
Yeah.
And then what is his date of birth?
August 11th of 2012.
2012. And then your baby boy, what's his first name?
Sebastian? May 10th, 1990.
Alright.
There you go.
Okay, perfect. And I'm going to be leaving this with you today as well. But I do want to go over the other benefits that you're entitled to. These benefits are designed to protect the kids, God forbid anything were to happen to you and Tanya. So hopping into everything, the first concern has to do with savings. Now, currently savings is at an all-time low. Ernie, what percent of your paycheck should you save every time you get paid?
Percentage, I'd say like 10% or so.
Yeah, you're right. Any financial advisor would recommend that you save 10 to 20% every time you get paid and have 6 months of your income saved for an emergency. And how many families are actively saving 10 to 20%?
I don't think that many.
You're right. Not a lot of people are, and that's why this is such a major concern for everybody. But how are you doing with savings?
I'm doing all right.
Perfect. Now, if they can help you save even more money over time, you would obviously be for that, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's what everyone says. I'm going to go over that part here in a little bit, but the next concern has to do with lost wages, co-pays, and deductibles. You have health insurance?
I do.
Okay, perfect. Who do you go through, by the way?
Blue Cross.
Okay, awesome. Now, Ernie, when you're hurt, does health insurance pay you, or does health insurance pay the doctors in the hospitals? Who do they pay?
The doctors and hospitals.
Exactly. But when you're hurt, you still got bills to pay for, right?
Right.
You got rent or mortgage, car insurance, maybe a car note, utilities, and those bills don't stop, right? They just keep coming in the mail. So they set up a benefit that puts money into your pocket so you can continue to pay those bills. It kind of works like another source of income. So you can definitely see how valuable it is to have something like this in place, right?
Right.
Perfect. Now, the next concern has to do with funeral and other final expenses. Ernie, what is the cost of an average funeral today?
I'll say like at least 10,000.
Yeah, you're right. Anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000. And when does the funeral home director need the money?
Right away.
Exactly. They found that a lot of families don't have that type of money just laying around, so they set up the Freedom of Choice certificate. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So let's say for illustration purposes, you have $10,000 on this, okay? Now, Ernie, when you pass away, Tanya is not going to go to the funeral home director and tell them that there's 10 grand on this. If she does that, how much is the funeral home director going to charge your family?
The full amount?
You're right. So instead, she's going to go in, make her best negotiation. Whatever money is left over will go directly to her and the kids, okay? As you can see, this has no dollar amount on it. It's designed to protect your family from getting ripped off. It pays out within 72 hours and is accepted at every single funeral home throughout the whole world. So you can definitely see how important it is to have something like this set up, right?
Right.
Perfect. Now, the next concern has to do with your income. Tanya, when Ernie passes away, you're obviously gonna miss him, right?
Right.
He's been behaving lately.
Yeah, it's here and there.
But in all seriousness, after a few weeks and a few months go by, a bunch of bills start stacking up for you and the kids. What are you gonna miss next?
Oh, it's the money.
You're right, and that's an honest thing to say, because Ernie, when you pass away, your paycheck dies with you. Now, Tanya, are you prepared to work an additional 40 to 60 hours a week on top of taking care of the kids and the house?
Oh, it's gonna be tough.
You're right, that causes a lot of stress for families. So they set up a benefit that would continue Ernie's paycheck every single month, untaxed for up to 5 full years for you and the boys when he passes away. Now, Tanya, you can definitely see how beneficial it is to protect Ernie's income, right?
Right.
Perfect. Now, do you guys currently own or do you rent?
Oh,
Okay. So the next concern has to do with families who have a mortgage. Now, Ernie, what have you arranged to make sure when you pass away, the mortgage is taken care of?
nothing much, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
to be honest, a lot of people are in the same boat, and that's why this is such a major concern. And because you're so young and healthy, if you were to die within your working years, it would most likely be due to an accident. So in the event of that happening, they're gonna send your family a large amount of money that they can take care of the mortgage, okay? Your house is your biggest asset, so it definitely gives you peace of mind to know that when you pass away, the mortgage is taken care of, right?
Right.
Perfect. Now, the next concern has to do with cancer. Ernie, I'm sure you know somebody who's dealt with cancer, right?
Right.
It's a very common thing nowadays. Are you familiar with the American Cancer Society?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so according to them, 1 out of 2 men experience cancer in their life. For ladies, it's 1 out of 3, and as they get older, that goes up to 1 out of 2. But what is the number 1 cause of bankruptcy in America today?
The medical bills.
Yeah, you're right. Imagine chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, special dieting. Are you going to be able to work during that time?
No.
Right, probably not. And you and I both know when we're not working, we're not getting paid, but we have all these other bills to pay for, right? So they set up a benefit that puts money into your pocket as you're going through cancer. Now, Ernie, you can definitely see how critical it is to have financial aid when you're going through cancer, right?
Right.
Now, the biggest concern is affordability. So they needed to come up with a program that addressed all of these concerns but was affordable enough so every single family could enroll as long as they were able to qualify. Now, what makes this different is they've already gone to the open market, they've shopped around, compared company to company, and this is what they set up for the families, okay? Now, there's 3 stipulations to qualify for the benefits. The first stipulation is you must be a member in good standing or referred by one, which you are, through the child safety kit, or else I wouldn't even be here today, okay?
Right.
Second is you must take advantage of the open enrollment period, which is today while I'm here. So as I'm going through the benefits and you're nodding your head, you like the benefits, you see a need for them, okay? They encourage you to enroll today, okay? On the flip side, if I'm going through the benefits, you're nodding your head, you like the benefits, but you don't see a need for them, they ask that you don't enroll today, okay?
Okay.
Ernie, the key today is whether you say yes to the benefits or no to the benefits, a decision does need to be made today. Does that make sense, Ernie?
Yeah.
Are we on the same page, Tanya?
Right.
Okay, so the good news is after I show you the benefits, it's either gonna be an obvious yes or a flat out no. There's no gray area. It's gonna be a no-brainer for you, okay? So let me show you how this works. About how many hours a week do you work right now?
I'd say like 40 hours.
Okay, and then just for illustration purposes, about how much an hour do they pay you?
$15 an hour.
15, okay. So again, this is just for illustration purposes. Let's say instead of working 40 hours a week, now you're able to work 42 hours and you gain about an extra $30 each week. Now, Ernie, with that $30 gained, are you gonna come home one day and tell Tanya, you know what, pack up, we're moving to Hawaii, I'm buying us a Lamborghini and a Ferrari? Probably not gonna happen, right? Now, on the flip side, let's say instead of working 40 hours a week, now you're working 38 hours and you lose about an extra $30 each week. Now, Ernie, with that $30 loss, are you gonna come home one day to find, you know, the house boarded up with you and your family on the street with no food, no future, homeless?
Oh, of course not.
Right. What they're trying to show you is with these 2 hours gained, you're not rich, and with the 2 hours lost, you're really not poor. You always find a way to make ends meet and provide for you and your family. Would you agree?
Right.
But this is where it gets serious, Ernie. When you get hurt, get sick with cancer, worse yet, you die, and you lose all 40 hours of work forever, what's that like for your family?
That's gonna be tough.
Right, so they set up a benefit that takes care of all of these concerns so you have that peace of mind, okay? I'm gonna show you exactly what you're able to qualify for. Give me one moment, please.